Number 5, Panther Six. Have you ever seen a supercar with 6 wheels? Well, let me introduce you to the Panther Six, one of the weirdest and most ambitious supercars ever created. Built in 1977, this car was inspired by Formula One engineering, specifically the Tyrrell P34 race car, which also had 6 wheels. The idea? Smaller front wheels would improve grip, reduce aerodynamic drag, and offer better stability at high speeds. Sounds genius, right? Well, not exactly. Under the hood, the Panther Six had a monstrous 8.2-liter Cadillac V8, boosted by twin turbochargers. This setup allegedly produced over 600 horsepower, an absolutely insane number for the 1970s. The claimed top speed? A mind-blowing 200 miles per hour, or about 320 kilometers per hour. But here's the catch, almost nobody got to drive it. Only 2 Panther Six models were ever built, and it's unclear if they ever reached their advertised performance. The 6-wheel layout made it extremely complicated to maintain, and the car's futuristic interior, which included a built-in telephone, was more about showmanship than functionality. Today, the Panther Six remains a mystery, a forgotten dream of a car that should have dominated the streets, but never really did. Number 4, PLP50. Next up, we have something that looks more like a toy than a car, the PLP50. Officially recognized by the Guinness World Records as the smallest production car in the world, the PLP50 is a microcar that redefines the word compact. How compact, you ask? It's just 54 inches long and 39 inches wide, smaller than a standard shopping cart. This tiny vehicle was manufactured on the Isle of Man in the early 1960s and was marketed as the perfect single-passenger city car. It had a top speed of 38 miles per hour, or about 61 kilometers per hour, powered by a tiny 49 cubic centimeter engine. To put that in perspective, many modern scooters have more power than this car. Now here's the fun part. The PLP50 doesn't have a reverse gear. That's right. If you need to back up, you have to get out and physically drag the car using its built-in handle. Imagine trying to park this thing in a tight spot. Despite its impracticality, the PLP50 has gained a cult following, and even made a comeback in recent years with an electric version. But let's be real, this car looks like a joke, yet somehow it actually made it onto the roads. Number 3, Stout Scarab. Before the Volkswagen bus and before Chrysler made minivans popular in the 80s, there was the Stout Scarab, a car that looked like it came from the future but was actually built in the 1930s. Designed by aviation engineer William Stout, the Scarab was an attempt to create the ultimate luxury vehicle. And it was weird. First off, it looked nothing like the cars of its time. Instead of a long hood and a boxy design, the Scarab had a streamlined egg-like shape with a rear-mounted Ford V8 engine. The result? A spacious interior with no front hood taking up space, making it the world's first true minivan. It even had movable seats and a foldable table inside, decades before modern minivans adopted the idea. But here's why it failed. It was incredibly expensive. At a time when you could buy a brand new Ford for around $500, the Stout Scarab cost an astronomical $5,000. Adjusted for inflation, that's around $100,000 today. As you might expect, only about 9 Scarabs were ever built, making it one of the rarest and strangest cars in history. Number 2, the Dodge Deora. If you've ever played with Hot Wheels cars, you might recognize this one. The Dodge Deora looks like something straight out of a toy set, but it was real. Built in 1967, this wild concept car was designed by the famous customizers Mike and Larry Alexander. What made it so weird? For starters, it didn't have normal doors. Instead, the entire front windshield lifted up like a hatch, and you had to climb inside from the front. It looked cool, but in reality, getting in and out of the car was a complete nightmare. The Deora was powered by a slant 6 engine and was meant to be a futuristic pickup truck. While it never went into production, it became one of the most iconic Hot Wheels cars ever made. If you've ever played with the golden Deora toy car, now you know. It was based on a real vehicle. Number 1, Reliant Robin. And finally, we have one of the most ridiculous cars ever built, the Reliant Robin. This tiny three-wheeled car from the UK became famous for all the wrong reasons. Why? Because it had a terrible habit of tipping over. Designed as an affordable city car, the Reliant Robin had just one front wheel, making it dangerously unstable. Take a corner too fast and boom, you're on your side. In fact, the car became a running joke, and TV shows like Top Gear had way too much fun flipping it over. Despite being known as the car that shouldn't exist, the Reliant Robin was actually weirdly successful. Over 60,000 were sold, mostly because they could be driven with a motorcycle license in the UK. But let's be honest, a car that falls over just by turning? That's just crazy. And that's it. 5 cars that honestly should have never made it to the streets. But somehow they did. From 6-wheeled supercars to 3-wheeled disasters, the world of cars is full of insane designs. But now I want to hear from you. Have you ever seen a car that made you go, what were they thinking? Let me know in the comments. I'm always looking for more weird automotive stories. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like. And if you love crazy car facts and stories, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.